So my name is Kole Shettima. I'm the director of the MacArthur Foundation. I'm based in Abuja. In Abuja, our current program, which is actually in transition, we just finished a work around accountability, which we have done it for the last 8 years. And now we are in a transition. We are doing an evaluation of the work that we have done. We are writing our staff reflections of what we have done, but we are also developing a new program. So hopefully by the beginning of 2026, we will know what we will be doing in Nigeria. Yeah, I think that Briggs and others were ashamed that I was not on the panel I came. So last minute they put me on the panel. I don't know why, but that's fine. No, I came back because I felt that Victoria Falls was for me was an opener for me, an opportunity to meet a lot of the activists who are doing the real work in the field, and I learned a lot from what they are doing, what they are engaged with, and the number of the issues that we are raising. So I felt that this was really a community that I should be part of it, but I also really enjoyed the academic side of it as well, because for me that the intellectual component of it that informs some of the work that has been done in other things was also equally important. So I think the idea of having those two back to back, one an intellectual conversation about what philanthropy is all about, and also it reminded me of my own days as a student. Young people who are coming to present their hypotheses, their theory of change, their findings and other things. I think that was for me in some way very refreshing to hear. What motivates young people to think about what they are doing and grappling with the same problem that I have also done and other things, but also hearing some of the people who are the veterans in the practitioner side who have been doing this work in the field and other things. So I think that was the motivation that I said, okay, I'll come back to this place, whether I'm going to have a role or not. I'm going to come back. And then the last minute, I was told that my name is in the program. I've yet to see the program, but I'm sure it is somewhere in the program. So I think that for me, I want us to learn from this experience of this shrinking of resources. What are we learning from it? And what can we do better as well? Because I think that, I have spoken to a number of people that we are working with in others, and I hear them and talking to them, and a number of them are making a lot of important adjustments in the work that they do. And some of them you will think that, okay, ordinarily you should do that anyway. You don't have to wait for some freeze to happen for this to happen. And so for me then the challenge is that how are we as funders, what are we doing in order to encourage work with our grantee partners so that they can be doing things that ordinarily they actually should be doing anyway? And what are we learning from our own grant making in order to support our grantees in the short and long term? Because many of us are adjusting our grant making process and other things, doing a number of things. These things that we should actually do in either way. Should we have to wait for a crisis to happen before we do those kind of things? So for me, I think my own reflection will be around what are we learning? How our grantees are adjusting to these things? How are we going to incorporate those learnings into our own grant making as well, so that we don't have to wait for a crisis to happen in order to do the good thing that they are already doing? And what are we learning from our own grant making that have made many people so vulnerable? And what can we do better so that they are not as vulnerable as they have found out themselves at this point? Yeah. As you said, COVID-19 was certainly a turning point for all of us and all the organizations, and many of the funding agencies also changed many things to happen at that time, rapidly as well, So, and this one happened also, and we are also having another knee-jerk position. So maybe the question is, if we had learned from COVID-19, maybe a number of those impacts will have been different and other things. So I think that learning and incorporating those learnings into our own processes is something that I think we should do. But also our own grantee partners also, I'm sure they have experiences of COVID-19 and they were able to adjust. But when the crisis vanished away immediately, probably people went back to what they used to do before, and now this has happened, and now they have also been able to adjust. So the question is that how can we make these experiences learning permanent feature of the work we do, rather than wait for the next crisis to happen and then we are running around helter-skelter in order to adjust. So I think, first of all, now I want to see it being held in every African country. So I want to see that this conference have, gone through all the African capitals or wherever they are.
Then you stop at 54.
Yeah. So yeah. So we know we do that one. That is very important. But more importantly, I think that I want to see good examples. I want us to see how this convening becomes also a showcase of the best that the continent able to offer in terms of what are we really doing, in terms of all the conversations that we are having. Because as someone said in the early session today, we do talk a lot, which is important. We dialogue a lot, which is important. But I think that doing it is the critical issue that we do. So I hope that as we are having all these practitioner sessions and other things, I hope that I hope that these sessions will also be demonstrating what all these incredible people, especially all these incredible young people, are doing in various parts of the world, of this continent, are doing. I want us to see that this is is a space where people who are doing something, showcasing what they are doing, and really not to be also talking about the same issues and problems in the future.